Hello, fair listener. Welcome and thank you for following our journey on metagaming by Rum Propelled Gaming. Fair warning, sometimes we are not safe for work, and others not safe for real life. Journey forth at your own risk. Now let's dive right back into Tarath through the campaign Many Polos.
Yeah, fuck you, Craig.
Alright.
But the recap that I can do for you guys is that you would just walked out or walked through the portal tree, and after Vomyra, after freeing Ruuvik and being requested by Manny to come down to to join the rest of your companions that you were familiar with before. If you guys can basically picture where you were then, you first walk through the tree and appear in, and tell me if you guys are seeing this, a field basically coming out the base of another tree that wasn't even glowing, but you just kind of walk around it as if you know nothing, but then you feel the sense as if you're just walking around the base of this large trunk, and then the grasses change under your feet, and there's this warm, blowing airs of no longer cinnamon, which was prevalent in the air from before, but a cardamom, warming, hearty, but still a different scent on the air. And through the field, you see vibrant colors as well as a small, shoddily drawn up base of operations, it looks like, with wood walls with a couple people standing out front of it.
Do you
What do the people look like?
You see one that is flamboyantly dressed, and one who is apparently dressed more practically with a war attire. It looks like a chainmail, a helm, and some sort of weaponry, but the other one has, a feather in his hat, a red cloak, and kind of poofy pants.
Okay. Parachute
They're
pants.
and they're looking at you.
They're looking at us. Okey-dokey.
so one's probably muscle and one's the boss.
Let's see here. So I'm just gonna walk like I know where I'm going. And I'm just gonna start walking this way.
And
I'm not really I took my observation of him when I walked out of the tree, and now I'm just walking this way as if I know exactly where I'm going.
and you guys are probably a good 15, 20 feet away from them. So without even really projecting his voice too much, he steps around the wall that you just walked by, the wood wall. And
I walked by a wood wall.
no, you walked around it towards his view,
Oh.
This is the wood wall there. And he kind of steps around that, and waves his hand and says, "Oi, hello! Where are you going?"
Yes.
He's the flamboyant one, right?
Yep.
All right, so after he hails me, I take a step this way. I'm like, "How are thy this evening?"
I'm gonna take a step forward as she's talking to him.
Oh, I'm doing just fine here. But you ought not be in these parts.
Ought not be in a lot of parts.
Ah, I believe 'tis what she proclaimed.
What is this place?
Oh, you find yourselves in the Fey Wild.
Uh-oh. Oh, fuck.
Fey.
Oh, shit.
It was a Fey that put me in that tree in the first place.
We are wily bunches. We like our games.
Not
What?
amusing to some.
You know, when you have quite a few centuries on you, it anything becomes amusing.
Take one more step forward.
Do either of you fancy a cup of tea?
Oh, thirsty at this moment. But but I shall continue on my way. I just keep walking this way.
What about you, fine blue lad?
As I've taken steps forward, does the armor-clad dude make any movements, any gestures at all?
No, he's standing there solidly and stolidly. Looks like he's barely breathing.
Okay. I'm gonna take one more step forward and accept dude's offer for tea.
And he kind of flourishes his cloak and says, "Wonderful! Don't mind the tree folk." And he turns and walks away briskly.
Okay, so I see this kind of happening out of the corner of my eye. And I'm just like, oh, fuck.
And he seems to be expecting you to follow Ruuvik. He looks back over his shoulder, saying to her,
So I like glance over at Ruuvik and try to like catch his eye.
Yeah, I look back at her and do catch her eye.
So I'd like try to give him a like, no, don't do this. Like,
I kind of give her the little head wave to come through the gate and walk through.
inside, you see what looks like a small little camp of
did these
bunch of
did they look
individuals.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Did they look humanoid? Like,
The two individuals standing outside, absolutely.
okay, they didn't appear to be like, do they have like pointed ears or?
Oh yeah, quite
Okay.
quite.
So,
At least the gentleman with the hat, you could tell that was flamboyant, but
okay.
the one with the helmet is harder to tell what exactly
Okay, so
descendant
like
he is. But
maybe elvish.
mhm.
Eh,
But Ruuvik, you're seeing, as you walk through the open gate, a couple tree-looking individuals that are sitting around a fire. Oddly, you're wondering to yourself, "Do they burn themselves for fire?" And he turns. The gentleman who hasn't introduced himself yet turns back around and goes, "Might I ask your name before we sit for tea?" And then he starts waving towards a guard that looks like at a big tent over there to come over to him.
I will join you for tea, but I will not give you my name.
We have a wise one in this bunch. Good. And he just turns to the guard and says, "We'll have 2 rose teas, please." And he walks away as expecting the guard to comply without even looking at them. And indeed, the guard does seem to go back into the tent to do something.
And then I guess while that's happening, I reluctantly kind of follow. Just kind of like sigh and roll my eyes. Follow.
Oh, your friend has joined. And he turns to a tree person that's sitting next to him and just says, "Shoo, shoo." And they get up very slowly. You can hear the bark grating of their form as they walk out of the chair and away. And as you're coming up behind Ruuvik, who I'm assuming has been making his way over to the table that the unnamed individual, flamboyant guy, sat down at.
Yep. Before I make my way over there, I turn to Vomyra and whisper, "Trust me."
I just like I say why. Or no. I'm just like no. And roll my eyes, but I keep following.
When she says no, I chuckle and make my way to the table.
Well, if you won't provide me with your real name, could I at least have an epithet that I can refer to you as? It will make talking much easier. I'll go first to make you feel more comfortable. You can call me... you know, what are the mortals like? Ah, let's go with King.
Oh God. I literally like kind of like say that under my breath.
And I do chuckle at it a little bit. You may call me Tyr.
Is that...
Um,
go, and
oh,
you, miss?
I suppose you can call me Lilith.
He did not hear your under the breath comment, by the way.
Okay.
And and uh
I
well met, Lilith and Tyr. Yes, and the guard comes out with a pot of tea and sets down 2 cups and then looks back and forth between Ruuvik and the self-proclaimed king, and he goes, "Oh, we've got another. Please bring another cup." And without even any shade of motion, pours the 2 cups of tea and sets the pot down and goes back in hurriedly to grab another cup and hurries back out to set it down in front of you, Vomyra, as it pours a very floral yet green-looking tea.
this tree looking thing to my left, that's right behind Vomyra. Is he? Yeah, that guy. Is he armed? Is he?
It looks like, but it also looks like it's growing out of him. So
It's
it looks like it's got a club and some sort of shield, but it looks like it's the same material that its body is made out of.
It's his biology. I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it still has four limbs, 2 arms, 2 legs that are bending as they do, and a head. And then in those hands, perceivably, is a club and the shield that I had mentioned,
Club.
but they do appear to be one piece,
Okay. All right.
as if grown together.
No, like grip to it. It's just like his forearm is, goes into the club and
Mm-hmm.
gotcha. Okay. So
Have I
we have our
seen,
tea.
So have I like seen these creatures before? Like, do I know like what kind of creatures they are?
History check. Unless nature technically too would work, but if you're looking for something you've done in the past, it would be history.
They're both the same, so.
There you go. That's still a good roll. So
Yeah.
you, having had experience in reading about the Fey Wild a bit in your past there, know that these are probably some sort of, and the name's eluding you right now, but they're definitely a creature that that you probably don't want to mess with, just because they provide different varying reactions depending upon the mushrooms that grow upon them. You remember reading distinctly, though.
And this is the wood creatures, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
When I sniff,
So then go ahead.
go ahead.
Nope. Oh, you.
It's your turn, Ruuvik.
I was saying, like, if I sniff the tea, can I detect any sort of, I don't know, like poison, potion, anything other, like something that's in the tea that shouldn't be there?
Roll me a perception.
Sorry, I did. Well, that's funny. It came up the same. I didn't mean to do that twice, but it came up the same.
Oh, no worries. You are sniffing, and those floral notes come closer to your nose, and you get some undertones of that bitter greenness that you're kind of seeing, but it all smells pretty much just like any other green tea that you would have been around, not knowing whether or not you actually like tea or not.
Um, turn to Vomyra and raise my glass.
I raise mine as well.
And the king raises his. To our health and hopefully prosperity in these trying times.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah.
Like, to see, like, just try to, like, see if I can gain any understanding of, like, his motives or, like, anything like that.
Yeah, yeah. 3. You find it really hard to read him because
I'm
he's
just like, yep, he's just wanting to cheer some tea.
and 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 it's mostly because he's so flashing and flamboyant with even his movements, not only his dress.
Okay.
It's almost as if he's going through some sort of shocking punishment as he's moving his arms around and cheersing and over enthusiastically, even at this point, before sipping slowly, blowing on the tea.
Okay.
So he's
Um,
drinking already.
Yeah.
I basically just pretend to drink mine and then put it down.
Performance.
Oh, damn it. Not like a sleight of hand.
Oh, you said pretend, so that's what came to mind first, I guess.
Okay. Not bad. Not
No,
bad. Okay.
no. So you
You have to roll an insight to see if he
what you doing there, Ruuvik?
Do I notice her not drinking?
Oh no!
I don't know. You'd have to roll, but I was just asking um what you were physically doing with the tea, I guess.
Oh, I'm drinking the tea.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm drinking and I drink the whole thing.
Oh, you drink the whole fucking thing?
Yep.
Oh jeez.
Oh,
It turns
okay.
into like a butterfly or something.
I rolled a 72. So
Oh, what's gonna happen? Maybe you'll just shrink.
what physically happens too is the king is blowing on his cup and sees that you put a full one down and goes, "Oh, not to your taste," and he just sips again, and then sees you slam yours down gustily. You must have a taste for the heat. I can't handle this one. I do like it prepared hot though, and he keeps sipping.
Heat is not normally something to bother a dragonborn.
Wait, what? Is that what he gets?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Well, I guess I don't know that, though.
No, I'm gonna roll
Damn.
those for you here. One. Oh, I guess I gotta do this. I'll just roll like that. Yeah, that was fun. That's still pretty good though. 6d6 days. So you're able to cast this spell, haste, for up to 16, 17, 18, 19 days. I don't know how you want to keep track of that.
Wait, what? You're able to cast the spell haste
Within the next, so you can cast it once within the next 19 days.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
You feel the tea kind of as you're sipping at it, basically go down, warming your throat all the way around and getting into your stomach, and the warming sensation spreads, but also a tingling, energizing sense fills your limbs too.
but yeah, that is a damn good tea.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. I harvested these herbs myself.
You grow that here?
Oh, certainly. The Fey Wild is of many wonderful plants.
So what brought you to the Fey Wild?
We'll say ancestry and wanting to get closer with it. And what brought you folks here?
Oh, just wandering.
Another Fey, as it happens. And I tried to help on the road.
Yeah, they're wily like that. And, you know, the more that end up here, the more see of its wonderful qualities. That's how they think, at least. It is wonderful, mind you. There are, however, though, some minor drawbacks. Most of the wildlife does like to kill for fun, for being one.
I suppose that's good information to have.
So I've been kind of like watching Ruuvik to see like if anything weird happens. When he drank the tea.
Sure.
And since it's been a while, I'll take a sip of my tea.
Okay.
Oh no.
11.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
I don't know.
I know you don't know. I'm just.
That's the beauty of having infinite options.
I know. Took a little sip.
And I don't know if you wrote that down in your notes or something somewhere, but that's something you'll want to do somewhere manageable, Ruuvik. I might be able to remember at some point, but for you to be able to cast it, you have to remember how to.
Yeah, the spell and how many days I have.
Yep.
Is that days in real time or game time or
Game time.
Game time. And currently you guys have probably gone through one day past this point in actual real time, I would say. So you're already down to 18 days if you want to write that.
I definitely
Type whatever you do.
remind myself to look up what that spell does, actually.
And that is what you got there, Vomyra, from drinking the tea. You're immune to non-magical bludgeoning damage the next time you're hit by it.
Okay.
Nice.
Pretty useful for a rogue, too, who doesn't want to get hit.
Right.
But,
I'd take a look over at Vomyra and ask her how she likes the tea.
you feel, Vomyra, the warmth that spread from your lips into your mouth as it dissipates before it gets to your stomach with only the sip, and as it percolates through the rest of you, you almost feel as if a hardening outer shell kind of crusts on top of you.
Feel pretty toasty.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I think it could use a little something. And I pull out my flask and like pour a little. Pour a little bit in.
Oh, you. What pray tell is that?
Oh, it's a concoction of my own.
Uh,
Improves it. It's just a little flavor that I like to add
well,
to drinks that I have.
would you mind sharing a little? And he puts his cup over towards you with that's
Would
half drunk.
actually, and I like stick it back in my pocket.
Well, see how much I bring you hospitality the next time you're around, then, he says with a harumph and keeps blowing on his tea and sipping.
Stingy.
I only have so much, and it is near and dear to me.
As do we all. These don't. I appear to have a lot here, but I am unfortunately tied to many others in this endeavor, manning this base in particular. I'd also met with a Fey of the Fey Wild, and they've bound me here for the most part. I've made the most of it, though. Made these creatures my friends instead of letting them devour me, and, you know, making the best of it.
Get stuck here.
When I'd asked your names, I'd wanted to know. I'd been foolish enough in my youth to give it, and but only for the ask of a favor much later. And simple me, all I'd wanted was a sweet. I got that sweet, but 40 years later comes calling the Fae, and here I am.
It's tough to trust you. I do not tell him your name.
Ah, yes. That is I can't trust either of you fully either. It's a two-way street, as they say. But you know, that's the way it is here. If you were a Fae in dragonborn elf clothing, I wouldn't know.
His guard still hasn't made a move, hasn't...
After pouring the tea, the flower guard is standing at the front of the tent, doing nothing.
Okay. Perhaps it's time to leave.
Well, you could certainly stay a while. Would you?
You're stuck here for eternity.
For the most part. I mean, I can move a bit about the wood, but not very far. But you guys could probably stay for a while, right? I mean, I have some other things that we could do. I don't know what they would be off the top of my hand here. What do you guys like to do for fun?
We could play a game of shakers.
Shakers. Is this a game that's transpired after my time on Tarth that I don't know about?
Probably. Although I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's a quite popular tavern game.
I think I know this one.
Oh, please do tell me how it goes.
Hold on a second. Oh, it's one of those things I like looked up and then I like didn't write down how to actually play the game.
I did pin it if those are the ones that you're talking about.
Oh, the like website of the list of games.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You pinned it on whoa.
Discord.
Yeah, let's see. Do.
I don't see it in that list though, unless I'm missing it.
Would be
How to Get Drunk?
It would be
I found
the
it.
very first pinned one.
Yeah.
I meant I'd gotten the link up, but I didn't see Shakers on there, if that was the actual name of it. Oh, Secret Shaker, maybe?
Maybe.
Because it looks like if it's that one, it's a game of strategy. Each player puts an ante into the pot, and every roll, a D4, a D6, a D8, D10, D12, and a D20 in secret. The higher the number, the number, the better. Each player has one roll that they do not have to, use any time in the match where they re-roll all of their remaining dice, even the good numbers. That one's still hard for me to understand. Each round, all players take one die they rolled and move it to the middle of the table with their hand covering it. So this sounds like it's a little bit of an in-person thing, but I can think
Yeah.
I can work with it a little bit in that we can use the same concept essentially, it looks like, but instead we roll a d4, a d6, a d8, d10, d12, d20, and it's done until
Okay, so it looks like we roll one of each.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put in, so we put in an ante, we roll.
Mm-hmm.
We decide if we want to re-roll the dice or not, kind of keep adding to the pot, and then we all reveal our numbers, and whoever has the highest number wins the pot.
Oh, the highest total number. Is that how that's reading to you? Because my brain, when I'm reading this,
it's you just take one of the die that you roll.
See, I was actually thinking there would be, let's see, how many die is that again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It could still probably work with that. We would all roll each one of those die, right? Highest roll wins for each roll. That gives us 6 rounds, and the one with the most wins on all of those rolls would win the pot, I guess. And if there's a tie, then there would be some re-rolling, obviously, in any of those.
So I kind of read it as like a Yahtzee game. Like Josh, you're right. Like there's 6 rounds. Each round you choose one of the dies total. Like each round, you've got to choose one of each die in all 6 rounds. You know what I mean?
Oh, so maybe it's a secret die, whichever one you choose is what they're trying to say is the secret, and then whatever you roll. That makes it silly though, because then you would just always roll a d20. I
Well,
guess
the
unless
idea would be like
Oh,
once
like,
you use it,
save the.
you can't use it.
You know what I mean?
I
like
see.
like if you
Yeah.
use your D20 early, then you're out, and then
Right.
you know
Say
it
like
can be like it could be like you're revealing a D4, and then
I got you.
other people like have a D20, or everyone, or like the majority of people,
right. Like if in round one your D20 rolled an 18 and you saved that, you can't save your D20 again.
I got you. I understand now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we can do that.
That's just kind of how the rules read to me.
I know how we're devolving out of character a little bit, but I would say that this conversation is all happening in character because
Fair enough.
he would respond to of, oh well, these rules seem agreeable to me.
well, let's throw down.
I'm in for sure.
Now, question is, where the fuck did I put my dice?
Oh yeah, I got actual dice. Hell yeah.
I do too. I just I don't know where the fuck I put them. Oh shit.
I know.
Oh, I think I found them. Yes, I found them. All
Minor.
is well with the world.
Okay.
Josh is actually
I'm actually quite excited
hook me up.
to play this game.
What was that, Ruuvik?
Said it's the dice you hooked me up with on the trip.
Nice.
Guys,
Gotta
so
start somewhere.
many. Which one? All right, so we got D4,
D6, 8,
D6.
10.
8.
I think this. Nope, this is a 10. This one is an 8. 8, 10. Oh, so basically all the dice.
Well, all of them except the 100 dice. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them except for the one that says like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Yep. All right. Let me get.
And then we can only have one reroll. And then okay, yeah, and then you can roll any time, but you only have one reroll, and you have to reroll all of your remaining dice.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know about you all, but I am not re-rolling. That sounds horrible.
To each their own.
We shall see.
Fair. It might come to that, you know. You never know. So,
All
I
right.
guess on 3, we choose
We
and
gotta-
roll.
Oh nope, we gotta put in our ante. Or I guess we gotta roll first, or
Well, no, antes first. I think you're right. When we're going over the rules, that was it. Those are the rules. And he kind of summons the other flower guard again over, and he says, "Go get my purse." And the flower guard hurries off again and comes back with a almost a satchel, and you see it clang down on the table nicely.
kind of raise my eyebrows.
And he goes, we'll start this with a 10 gold. Sound reasonable?
Reasonable enough for me. I throw 10 gold in.
And he grabs 10 gold. It seems like he's counting it out in the bag still, and looks over at Ruuvik. And well, doesn't know you as Ruuvik, but my brain is still stuck on that. But yeah. Tier.
Carefully count out 10 gold and gently place it in the middle of the table.
Okay. So in the middle of the table sits 30 gold. And now we roll the first die. So on 3.
No, I
And
think you roll all the dice at once.
Oh. Oh, are you sure? I'm pretty sure I understood it at least
You roll
one
all
at
the
a time.
dice.
Does
One at a time.
all the dice?
All the dice?
You
When
roll all the
rolls-
dice because because if you re-roll, you have to re-roll all the remaining dice, even the good numbers. So you roll all the dice, and then you choose which dice you want to reveal to the group to try to win.
Oh, I see. I see.
And then each round, like once you've used that die, it goes away.
Yeah, that's why you set it aside, and then the next round,
So there's
5 die.
There's like 6 rounds.
You'll choose one, set it aside.
Well, seeing as we are where we are, how do you feel about rolling the die openly, whatever die you choose it is, but still random die, one at a time, so that we can see how this winds up to the first round here. And then we can speed it up with rolling all the die at once and going through like that. It still works either way. I'm
not
game.
sure how... So we all pick a die to roll?
Yep. And roll it at random.
Might be,
So we can roll them all at once.
this might be some trickery.
It's more so that we can see the rolls openly, as in they land on the table, and you aren't pulling them out of somewhere and, tapping the highest number every time.
I'll agree. Glance over at Vomyra.
One second. Out of character, 1 second.
Okay.
I just want to see if I can...
Interpret it better.
Yeah, I'm looking up, seeing if I can find like another...
If he, out of character too, trusted you guys more, it probably would work. But his thoughts right now are definitely like...
No, I totally see what he's saying.
You just like bump it.
Oh, this sucks. Oh, why does this description have to not make any sense?
If only it were that easy.
Each round, all players take 1 dice that they rolled and moved it to the middle of the table with their hand covering it. All players reveal the highest number wins them. A tie is won by smaller sided.
Oh.
I'm thinking like if we're rolling out in public, like wouldn't everyone just choose a d20 to roll?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I think that's what it's going to have to be
Like
too.
where's
'Cause
like there's no like strategy because like I see where I see where he like the character's coming from. I'm just trying to think like how that.
Well, the strategy would still be that it's a secret of which die you're going to roll, right? So you can only use the d20 once, like we've said, and it has the higher chance of winning.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. we still go through the 6 rounds. It's just we pick a die. Like we all pick a die that's hidden. Roll it.
Mhm.
Oh,
So instead of
okay. I
having
see what you're
having
saying. Okay.
all the die
Yeah.
rolled, and yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. I fully understand.
I
All right.
follow.
All right. All in agreement.
I
First round
and
on
your die.
and
So many die to pick from.
we'll roll in 1, 2. He looks around at everybody. 3. And you see a D8 roll out onto the table, and it lands on a
Okay.
1.
I rolled a d6. It landed on a 6.
I
Oh,
rolled a D10. It landed on a 2.
Oh, so then
you win that
okay,
round.
so then I win that round. So we all put 10 in, so I get 30 gold.
Yep.
Hooray!
And I am down 10 gold.
I say, nice round.
That's a lovely round. Another.
I throw 10 gold down again.
Oh, keeping it steady. I like it. I'll put another 10 gold to that.
What, you guys
goes
used a
into
10
sack
and an 8?
clackers down some coins.
Kind of slam 10 in the middle.
Yes.
Hmm.
You slam 10 in the middle, you said, so it's another 30.
All right, so we got 10 and an 8. Oh shoot! Make my decision. Okay.
Okay. Who wants to count us off this time so that we're being fair?
I was like, I can. 3, 2, 1, roll. Oof.
Clatter.
Re-8. Well, I rolled a d8.
D12.
4.
A
I
4.
rolled a D4.
What'd you get?
3.
Oh, okay. So what'd you get, Josh?
It was a D12 and it was a 7.
Ah!
And you just see the king just stand up and do a little dance like and then slides the 30 gold back into his sack.
But it was a d12.
And yep. And it was a 7. Ruuvik's fuming at this point with a 2 and a 3.
Good roll.
4 more rounds.
Well, sir, why don't you count us off this time? Says the king with a big smile.
3, 2,
Wait.
1.
Oh no, don't say anything. Don't say anything. I didn't pick a dice yet.
No.
Okay. Oh, we throwing 10 in again? We want to make it 15?
10.
Okay. And then count us off.
3,
Or
2, 1.
Ah, shit.
The king is in much the same boat because he just rolled a d20 and got a 3, and he's just son of a fucking flippity jibbit.
Rolled a D8 and got a 6.
I rolled a d10 and got a 1.
Ah!
And the round goes to you, sir.
Back in my pocket.
It seems you've made your money back. It seems.
believe we're all even at this point.
Alrighty.
Oh, I think
Another 10.
Hmm.
Drop it down to 5.
Hmm.
I'm good for 10. And the king
I'm good for
rattles
10
in a
as
sec,
well.
throws 10 on the table.
I'm in for 10.
So another 30 up. And the king goes, I believe it is my turn.
Indeed, sir.
And he counts 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I rolled a d4 and got a 4.
I rolled a d6 and got a 4.
Oh no!
And I rolled a
Wait, didn't you
D6.
already roll a d6?
No, he did
Nope.
not. I'm keeping track over here.
What'd you
Rolled a
roll?
the king rolled a D6 and got a 5.
Oh!
To you, king.
Wait, wait, Ruuvik, what did you roll? A
A
4, a
4.
10.
He rolled a 4, a 6, 8, and a 10 so far.
Oh, so the 6 that I thought he rolled last turn was actually an 8. Okay, because I've been keeping track too, and I was very confused.
Sorry.
No
Be
worries.
more-
I made up the. It was probably just the fast pacedness of it too, because
Yeah.
I made the table up while you guys were still getting your dice out, so that I could like
Oh,
go
yeah,
down
yeah.
through everybody.
Okay. Ooh.
So that was another 30 for me. And he collects it. Chink, 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 chink.
Yes, yes. Well done. Well done.
I believe that leaves us 2 more rounds.
Sounds
Another
good to
10,
me.
another 10 on
10.
everyone.
Another 10 on.
Might be willing to do 15 if everybody agrees.
Oh, certainly. I'll up that. And he drops another 5 down in ting, 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 ting.
15 it is.
What's that total? 30, 45, right? Yeah. 45 gold pieces are sitting on the table. And I believe it's your turn, miss.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Roll.
The king rolled a d10 and got a 3.
Rolled a
Okay.
d20 and got a 6.
Ooh.
Rolled a d12 and got a 10.
Hmm.
Oh, looks like she should have been up in that ante. And you collect 45 right off the top there.
How about we go for 50 this round?
50 per.
50.
Ah, don't like my odds there. As you can all see. And the rest of the dice are still laying across the table.
Maybe 25 gold then.
Only if we go one more full 6 rounds after this.
Nice.
I am down
The
for that.
in.
All right. And he pulls a handful out. He starts counting.
325 in.
Yeah.
Okay.
25.
Oh, boy.
25.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So 75 gold pieces. Is that what I understand?
Yeah.
Are stacked up to you guys' shoulders, basically there.
Oh
I
boy,
oh boy.
say I like you too.
It is a pleasure meeting fine company in these wood. It's been a coon's age. Believe, sir, it is your turn.
Yes.
To
Big
count us
money
off.
roll. Are you ready? 3, 2, and 1.
Woo!
Oh boy.
7. on my D12.
Nice.
15. D20.
15,
13
13.
on my D20.
Well, I knew that wasn't going to go well. And he's got the D4 out there with a 3 showing. Looks like it goes to the miss yet again.
Something about this one.
All right.
I wish I were keeping track better of the minuses as I need to be doing. I know what he's got, and I know the amount that he just put in as opposed to what he's put in had. So I kind of have an idea, but I was trying to keep track of your guys' too, but I'm hoping you're doing that for me.
Oh yeah. No, I have track of mine. Don't
Okay.
you worry.
All right. Well, we'd said another round.
So we did.
Any
did.
chance-
I will start. What's
chance
that?
there's more of that tea?
Oh, certainly. Let me get some of my stronger stock, actually. And he waves the guard and makes a gesture. What looks like the guard seems to understand. Goes off into the tent. Comes back out with another piping hot kettle, but this one seems to be of a different make. And pours each one of you a glass while you're picking up your die and counting your winnings and or losses. And and he goes, this one, and you see that it's a kind of a bright purple as opposed to the green that you'd seen before, is going to have a lot more fruity notes.
It smells delicious.
Well, let's not get too distracted now, shall we?
Oh, certainly not, certainly not. And he blows on the rim of his tea, and while he pulls the last D4 off the table and back into his satchel, and
Are you feeling like anteing today?
no rest for the wicked, I believe it is. So I'll ante up a good 150 on this one, he says, with a raised eyebrow.
Shit.
Have not that much.
I'm not even sure if I have that much. That's a good question. Yeah, no can do, hombre.
Oh, well, well, I guess we'll keep this the friendly match that it is, and he pulls off the 50 and
100?
he pulls off the 100 and leaves 50 on there. Yeah.
Oh, leaves 50. Okay. All right, 50 it shall be.
Ruuvik reluctantly puts 50 more gold out there.
His sack looking a little
Very
deflated.
reluctantly.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Shall we roll?
And I believe it is my turn. So, a 3, a 2, and a 1! And rolls.
D20 hit a 17.
D20 hit a 12.
D8 got an 8.
17 it was, you said there? So, sounds
What,
like...
one initiative?
Looks like you got what you needed there.
Starting to like this game. Then he takes a small sip of the new tea. Without smelling it, no check, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's bad. I feel like that's bad. Low numbers always scare me.
You feel the warming sensation that you'd felt from the other one with the floral notes permeating your mouth, and then this burst of almost as if you had just bitten into the juiciest fruit that you've ever tasted, and the sweetness blooms across you as you
Incredible.
feel your hands tingling.
Uh-oh. Tingly hands.
And I'm going to say that you'll just have the ability to cast this one as well. It's heat metal for once in the next while. This one's
Literally
going,
read it. Okay. I was like,
going to
heat
be
meta? What's heat meta?
this one's going to be days as well. It says minutes, but I think a day makes more sense in
Yeah.
this case. So 11 days for this
Okay.
one.
Write that down real quick.
Well, let's not lose focus now.
Oh, certainly not. I
I
believe
throw
it.
10. I throw 10 on the
Ah,
pot.
I'll up that. Lays another 10 on there.
So does he lay 10 or does he lay 20?
So he lays he lays 10. So he meant like he'll
Okay. Yeah,
he'll
he'll match it.
Yep.
I'm in. Ooh, it's tingly. Tea is good.
And you so there is 30 again on the
Yeah,
pot.
are you throwing 10 down or you
Oh yeah, I matched the 10. Yeah.
you match 10? Okay.
Got it. So there is
Oh shit, hold on. Wait. Fuck. Let's see. I rolled a d8.
the 30 on the table.
You guys both
And
rolled
I did.
20s, right?
20, yes.
mm-hmm. You
Alright.
believe it is your turn, miss?
3, 2, 1.
Oh shoot.
Looks like you might be in trouble, good sir.
And the king has rolled his d4 and got a 4.
I also got a 4 on a d4.
Oh
I rolled my
shoot.
D6, got a 2.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like we'll have to tiebreaker this one. And
So I think the tie is won by the smaller sided die.
which we've both
Which-
rolled the smallest.
So I
Would
guess
we go
reroll.
for a re-roll here?
I
Hmm.
think so.
All right, I'm
Oh,
down.
hold on. A still tie is resolved by by re-rolling the dice.
Alrighty.
I'm taking another sip of the tea while you guys re-roll.
Let's have the neutral party count us off here while you're
Yes. Are you both ready?
Wait. So you okay? So hold on. Ah. So D4, and you rolled a D6.
Mhm.
Rolled a
That's what
D6.
Ruuvik rolled.
Okay, I'm ready when you're ready.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Drink.
Oh fuck!
Ah, yeah. Rolled a 3.
I rolled a 1.
Oh yes, come on over to me, you sweet little tink 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 tink.
All right. Let's not get too full of ourselves here.
Vomyra,
Oh,
did
me
you
no
speak
never.
yet?
I throw a 20.
I believe it is the Dragonborn's kin turn to set the ante.
Ah,
I-
too true, and I swipe my 20 back.
Hmm. I like 20, but I'm thinking 30.
Oh, 30 are you?
And the king looks pleased with us. He seems shakes his head and as the Approving nod. He takes 30 out and counts it. Tink, 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 tink.
You're thinking 30. How do you feel about
Hmm.
40? I put 40 out.
After another sip of tea, I'd grab 10 more gold and match her 40.
And the
Seems
king
like it's
follows
up to
suit
you.
for a total of
Be
what
1.
was-
120.
yeah, I think he
Before we roll this next die, Ruuvik takes a
Good on
look
you.
over his right shoulder to see if the tree guys are doing anything.
they seem to be photosynthesizing, maybe?
They're swaying in the sunlight. Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, this is awesome. Okay.
So
Yeah, after seeing the photosynthesizing, I turn back and get my die ready.
Alrighty.
tis your turn to count us off there.
Alrighty. 3, 2, 1.
Ah,
13.
13. I'm guessing that was on the D20.
It sure was.
D8 for the king with a 4.
I rolled my D12 with a 3.
Oh.
But that's 120 for me.
Yep.
Swindled.
I think you really need to stop listening to her when she ups the ante.
Uh,
It's not working out for you.
a tricky she is, I will admit.
Well,
Alright. King. What is your ante?
you know, I'm feeling pretty spicy. Let's go with can you match a cool, and he drops 30?
Oh, I can match 30 and I drop 40.
I'm going to drop 30 in hopes that Vomyra does not notice that she dropped 40.
Oh no, I know I
Okay,
dropped
damn.
40. I purposely dropped 40.
Okay. So,
And I'm like eyeing the king like
oh,
you
So
gonna
you-
match?
do you say too? You don't do it just also like because I don't think he would notice. I can roll for it, but I'm not sure he would.
No, I said it out loud.
Oh, okay. That's where I was going for it because I didn't know. Yeah, that wasn't at one even. But no, if you said it
I
out
like
loud,
very
then
like
he
blatantly like
then
like
he
40.
he would say, "Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do." And he drops another 20 on the table on top of his 30, making it 50.
Oh,
For 10 to my good friend here, and he elbows Ruuvik to help him even it out.
fair, fair. Shall
Like
we
this
roll?
guy.
So we're at another
Right, but I've
120,
only put
right?
30 in, right?
Yeah.
Out of mine.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Yep. All right. On 3, 2, and 1. Yeah.
Don't like this.
The king rolled his D12 and got a 10.
Shit, I rolled my D12 and got a 4.
Roll my D10 and got a 3.
Oh no. The king gets all of it.
120.
Tricky,
for the
tricky,
king.
tricky.
It is that. It is that. Well, at least you
didn't have it all in on that one, I guess. I believe it is your turn there, miss, to set the ante. Even though you seem to keep raising it.
So it seems. So it seems. I throw 30 in.
And then the king kind of shrugs and says, okay. And he counts out another 30. Tink, 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 tink. Setting it on the table.
I suppose I've been it this far, and kicks 30 in.
90 sits in the pot on the middle of the table. And believe it is your turn as well to count there.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
D4 with a 3.
A 5.
Also got a 5, but you rolled the 10 and I rolled the 6. So
Aw,
you-
you
Mm.
motherfucker.
No, so isn't it you win with the higher?
No, it's the lower sided die wins.
Oh shoot! Sorry.
Yeah, the smaller sided die, and your die was smaller.
Yeah, it was. It was a D6.
Son of a bitch. Fuck. Oh,
90.
you guys played well. You guys played well.
Oh, you as well. You as well. This has been such a wonderful time.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think it is at
T
least.
anyway.
Yet to
Oh,
be
thank you.
determined.
Oh, by the way, are you trying that new tea, miss? Before we roll this last one.
I think I shall hold off until this game is over.
Okay.
It is tasty. As I take another sip.
I don't doubt, but I am not testing the fates.
Well, I believe it is your turn to count us off there, good sir, and start the ante.
Slam 50 in the middle.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah! He just
No!
says, and grabs a handful out and starts counting 50 out onto the table for a total of 100 right now.
You shall regret this, and I throw 50 in too.
For a total of
150.
100. Yep. Into the middle of the table on the pot. Okay. Count us off there, good sir. When you're ready.
3, 2, 1.
Woo!
D8 with a 5.
Two with the D6.
2 and a 7 with a D10.
Oh, you fucker.
Woohoo! And he's just scraping the 150 into the bag that he's got at the
Not
table.
bad,
there.
not bad, not bad. Good game, good game. And I take a sip of my
Absolutely.
tea.
It has cooled off to the perfect temperature while you've been waiting and finishing the last game there. The 41.
Oh, it's an odd number.
And that's an interesting one.
Oh, fuck.
I'll give you the chance to roll it as well, if you like. It's a D4.
Oh, I'll roll that.
Oh, shit.
2 hours.
Okay. And as you're sipping the perfectly warm tea, it doesn't scald or burn, but you feel not a numbness per se, but just a lack of feeling in your mouth and jaw area.
and what everybody else sees is kind of as you're finishing your sip, the bottom of your jaw just kind of like turns invisible.
Turns invisible?
Yeah. So just like the top part of your mouth is exposed, and he goes, "Oh, you got a
What?
good one there."
What sorcery
That's-
is this? What happened to her?
Oh, she'll be fine in a matter of hours. She just won't be able to speak any longer. But I'd be very careful with your thoughts around this one now. Catch my drift.
So I'm trying to read his mind.
Sure. And
Or I guess
you,
I am reading his mind.
yeah. And in his mind, you just see him, um, basically counting the gold that he's just won.
Oh god.
And thinking about who he's going to need to contact to make some trades around, because it seems like he's not only been at this place for a while, he's got a good source of material. You're realizing he's listing off in his mind, just thinking about different things, some of which actually most of which you don't know the name of. You're guessing because it comes from the Fey Wild, and he deals with a trader on Tareth somehow.
Interesting. Okay, so he deals with a trader on Tareth.
Has he been drinking this?
And he's like getting supplies.
Yep. And he has been drinking
Okay.
the tea. He gets supplies from them, you're realizing, as well as they make trades often for stuff from the Fey Wild, basically.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what he's thinking about currently. And you do almost catch his name before he quickly, not the trader's name, but his own name before he covers it up in his own mind as he was talking to Ruuvik too, and seeing your jaw disappeared. You basically can see him going blatantly like "King me" in his own mind.
Yeah. So I turned my attention over to the tree folk to see if see if I can read their mind, or like if they have a mind that can be read.
Inside of their minds that you're thinking towards them, you just basically hear the softest, faintest voices you've ever heard, even of inside somebody's mind. And if you have that experience already before or not, I'm not sure, but you're realizing these creatures are very um, sun driven, because all they're really thinking about is the sun.
Right. But they do have like little minds.
Yes, very little. And they besides the sun think of food and of how to get those things, and the ones that are standing around that fire area are very much focused on absorbing the sun's rays, and you can feel them enjoying and what it feels like to photosynthesize almost in their minds, because they're thinking about it so intently. It's this warming and then an energy that pulses forth from the tips of even the farthest leaflet on them.
And then I turn my attention to Ruuvik, see what's on his mind, see if I can like gain more
In this particular case,
understanding of like who this person is that I found in a tree.
you, Ruuvik, can roll a especially after having been noted by the king. He also seems to note you staring at him though after those comments as he's sipping the tea, and he's like, "Oh, don't worry about me. I've been drinking all these teas for a while. Their effects don't quite take like they would on you folks."
I'm not like staring at Ruuvik. I'm minding, like I'm trying to be sly about it.
Oh, I meant Ruuvik staring at the king.
Right. I'm just letting you know, like
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to be like sneaky, like so that Ruuvik doesn't know that I'm trying to read his mind.
And I guess what you could do for me, Ruuvik, is an insight. As weird as that sounds,
Well, would I roll against it?
you would.
What would
And
I roll? Deception?
investigation, because you're kind of you're kind of pushing your mind around and looking for
Okay,
an
I
into thing.
wasn't sure if you're. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you were gonna go like that way or like the deception where I'm like trying to like hide and deceive that I'm looking
I,
into
under,
it.
I understand.
I'm fine with either. So investigation.
Yep.
Oh man.
You feel, even though you're staring at the king, you feel Vomyra's presence kind of wash over your mind, Ruuvik, as but there's nothing much that you can do besides maybe reroute the thoughts you were thinking at the time. But besides that, those of the king and his inability to be affected by the tea, was there anything else on your mind that Vomyra gleaned at this time?
Only, I mean, other than my steaming anger at my goal losses, I'm trying to figure out what the king is actually about, like what he actually wants. But when I feel Vomyra in my mind, I kind of like turn my attention to her because I don't fully trust her yet, and I'm wondering like one, what's going on? Like her jaw is invisible, and she's in my brain, and I don't understand. I don't know if that answers your question or not.
I think so.
Okay, so going over basically, going over monies and
Well, I guess
feeling not trustworthy towards me.
yeah, that would be the feeling. What was I going to
Yeah.
say? That makes sense. I was going to say that because I couldn't remember how that would work either. But I've read a good bit of how like inner workings of minds
Yeah.
and people interact with that in a writing sense, which is like
Mm-hmm.
usually it's you're not getting too much of a word, even though that we're kind of limited to that. You're getting much more of like an image and a feeling from the mind and being able to
Even and like
like that.
even like
Okay.
a little more on top of that, like the losing so much gold to this Fey kind of like is like drumming up like some of my own mistrust because it was a Fey who put me in the tree, and I'm starting to get like a little irritated and fumed because like this is the second Fey I've come across that has kind of got me a little.
Me or
No, no. Well, the
King?
king is the second one, and yeah, I guess since you can read my mind, I can let you in. Like it was a Faye who put me in that bubble that you found me in. She's like disguised as a traveler on the road that needed help. When I told her my name, there's like a spell or an enchantment that happened that put me where I was when you found me. So I'm like already
Gotcha.
mistrusting of them to begin with, and now this dude took money, and I'm a little irritated, even though he gave me good tea.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I tell you what, if you wanted to play one more round, I wouldn't be opposed to it. He says, kind of with a. You see a little bit of his teeth in a smile, but otherwise,
I think we've had enough.
I do offer some other goods that are worthwhile for trading, and I'm feeling generous, so I would take off the price of my winnings that I just took off of you
What?
for any one item that you so seek. And of course that I can provide it.
Could you possibly have? suppose.
Well, I got a good bit of things here. It's hard to go down and start a list. I haven't really have kept one, but it's more for, the ledgers and sort, and it's not very interesting looking. Um, Never really needed a
I have all my
menu.
gold already.
Yes, indeed. As I'd said, I would gladly take the price of what you've put into the ante off of any one item. Or, I guess, more, depending upon if it's a smaller ask.
Ask much of my trust. What do you think, Vomyra?
I'm just like silent.
Yeah, you can't speak really. Still.
I
And
just like shrug, like, cause he said he would give us like a discount on like
Whatever we lost in the game, we would take that
so
off of one item.
yeah.
oh,
Or
I just like
more,
shrug my shoulders and keep drinking my tea.
but it kind of goes into your mouth, and it seems you can still see the liquid in the jaw that's invisible right there, floating around in your mouth before you swish it around and then swallow it. Well, everybody else can. You can't.
Yeah.
I just shake my head at this
And,
predicament we're in. And then I'll turn to the king, and I guess I'll ask him to show me what he's got.
Oh, let me go to this website here and quickly. Um, hmm. Well, I've got quite a lot of things. We can start. I can just start naming some general goods off, I guess. So you've got all your basics, your health, your mana, your da 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 da, and he goes down. Anything you could probably need for general adventuring, rope and some stuff, and he keeps going on, and um, candles and gear and boxes, and got even a couple. What are those sacks or bags that you can put a lot of crap in?
A holding.
Yeah, bags of holding and
When he
few
says
other
bag of
magical
holding,
items.
I like raise my eyebrows at him.
Oh, I think I've piqued your friend's interest there. I'm not sure how they're going to portray to me that what they want. And he waves the guard over and just makes another gesture, and they come back with what looks like a quill and a sheet of parchment. He sets it down in front of you.
Just write how much.
Well, those are pretty pricey items, but considering the current going as it were, I could probably let one go for doesn't say on this one. I'm seeing a bunch of varying prices, and he's kind of just doing he looks like he's counting on his fingers. Um he's going back and forth. He's carry the 1 and drop the 2 and move the decimal point over. I could probably do it for how much was it that you put in again?
It's do I understand that he's asking like at the start?
Total
Like total
that
money
that
that I've
that you had lost during the game.
oh. I write down 60.
And he says, well, then that would make it a cool 340 gold pieces, but I could do it for 300, that is.
I just like cast my eyes down and oh wait, hold on. I pull out my emerald and put it on the table.
Ooh, that is a fine piece. I would ask you where you've gotten it, but seeing as you can't talk, I won't ask you to elaborate. May I? He goes
I
to reach for it.
give a nod.
He picks it up and holds it up to the light and looks through it, kind of back and forth. It's definitely a fine piece. I could knock another 200 off of it, actually, I think, for this guy.
So it'll be down to 100.
Aye, yes. You've brought me quite pleasure. I feel no sore loss at a shitty
shake
deal
my
with that.
head. I shake my head and like grab the emerald and like to hold it out. It's like, this is what I'm offering.
Oh, that's a hard bargain. I don't know. I don't think I could do that though. It would put me under too much.
I shrug my shoulders and put the emerald back in my bag.
You make the deal. The salesman in me want to sing the praises of the bag. It is a lovely bag. It's got some nice embroidery on it.
Am I able to roll persuasion to try to take it?
I'm just like not really paying attention anymore.
Sure. Roll persuasion for.
To try to talk him into giving up the bag for just the emerald?
I mean, more than welcome to. You can roll persuasion and see where you get, as well as let me know how you're trying to persuade him.
Yeah.
I see.
I just I try to, share his friendliness, kind of like put my arm around his shoulder and kind of try like, hey man, like you got a good amount of gold off of us. She's offering you a nice piece. Like, let her have the bag. She already can't talk.
Well, that is quite a companionship that I haven't had before. He's kind of looking a little shocked at your arm around him, obviously, and he seems to sort of misread the situation and take his arm and put it, entwined with yours across to your shoulder, leaning up against you though, and then placing his other leg on your or other hand on your leg. And he goes, I think I could do that, trying to look into your eyes. And wink.
I kind of look at Vomyra like really regretting into the situation I just put myself in, and trying to gauge on how much she really wants the bag.
Just like getting so much joy from this situation.
I back away from dude, but not too far, and still trying to like come up with a way to convince him to get the bag, but definitely kind of like reel back away from him.
And he goes, oh, I mean, if it's not on the table for such companionship, though, I can I can understand, but the bag, it still has more value than just that emerald.
Definitely off the table.
Your friend's a shy one. You see, I've been here for quite a while. You kind of lose some boundaries. I apologize for any misunderstandings. But in any case, how about we strike this bargain? The next time you make yourselves into the Fey Wild, and he pulls out a leaf from his hair, apparently under the hat somewhere, that looks like it's got a purplish hue, just like a lot of the leaves outside of the camp and the trees around. But it's got three prongs, three points to it, kind of like a maple leaf. But it's got a greenish veins that run throughout the purpled leaf. And he says, "Just take this, and next time you're in the Fey Wild or around the areas, crush it up and put it in some tea, and I'll be able to find you, and you'll be able to find your way to me, actually, and we'll have another good game. Promise me that, and I'll let it go for just the emerald."
I nod and hand back the emerald.
Agreed.
And he hands the leaf to you and waves to the guard. "It'll be just a moment," and he's eyeing the emerald up again, up to the light. "It is a nice one. I think I could get a couple pieces of... could get him to make some nice jewelry out of it, maybe up the price." He's saying under his breath, it sounds like. And the guard comes back.
So while I wanted to read his mind about the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
Like if the bag of holding was like legit.
Yeah. And as the guard comes back and sets a finely embroidered bag in front of him, he looks at the bag, and you glean into his mind images of him having used the bag on several occasions,
Okay.
with larger items coming in and out of it, as well as another set of adventurers that had come through looking for the something or other, and he'd offered them the bag as well, but they weren't as interested, not nearly. So he hands you the bag and the leaf, and actually places the leaf inside of the bag and just says, "All you need do is think of me, and the leaf shall appear from the bag."
I nod my head.
It was a good game, King. You shall have enough.
It was, Tia. It was. And the teas are always just as fine here this time of year. I'll bet you'll be wanting to get back upon your journey. And you hear a bit of a grumble from over a torque around Vomyra's necklace of like, "Yeah, just freaking hurry up and get here," from Manipolis.
Nice.
And
I hear that.
what's that? Yeah, it came out like verbally from the necklace around her neck.
Yeah. Cause you didn't get your necklace till we got to the level of hell, right?
I believe so.
I don't think I have a necklace. That's a discussion for another time, or something I may have forgotten.
I'm pretty sure you got one.
It would be labeled torque in your inventory if you did.
So. That's something we can look up later. Or I can look up later.
Okay.
Wait, what is that voice?
Obviously, Vomyra shrugs, not being able to respond.
Yeah.
And then, as you're shrugging, though, your jaw comes back after it seems like time is moving quicker than you would thought.
Interesting. Well, we shall be on our way. And I pick up the bag of holding. Stand up. Till next time, King. And I walk away.
I extend my hand to shake the king's hand before I follow Vomyra.
And King takes your proffered hand and shakes it with both of his hands. So one clasping the other hand there. It's definitely a pleasure. If you change your mind on the companionship, he just winks. But if not, you could just continue straight through the gates to that tree you would come from, walk 3 times around it, and then walk 3 times back around it, and you should continue on your path.
Excellent. And I head out that way.
Sorry, Discord disconnected there. Did
All good.
I miss anything?
Yeah, the king was saying he took your hand that you'd proffered. I don't know if you heard that
He
part.
clasped it in both.
And then he'd winked at you and told you, if you change your mind about that companionship, you know where he's at.
I don't respond. I don't respond to it. I just kind of pull my hand away and follow Vomyra.
And he'd also said, as you guys were walking away, that if you just walk 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise around the tree that you guys came from, you should continue on your path.
3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise. What an odd place.
And Vomyra already headed off in that direction, as to what I understood.
As I'm walking by, kind of the front sentry guy, is he still not doing anything? He's still just kind of stoic.
Yeah, you're wondering if he's even alive, though you do see a quite quiet breath, and his eyes are open.
Yeah, I'm not even poking that bear. I keep walking past him.
And you guys follow those instructions?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll take my laps around the tree.
Same, Vomyra?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. No worries, just checking in before you decided to try and, knowing Vomyra, look in any of the boxes or pockets of people.
Oh yeah, I was gonna do that. I kind of forgot. Vomyra got distracted.
Okay. So you guys walk to the tree, take your roundabout on either side, and the next thing you know, you're walking out of the tree in the 5th level of hell. So that was my
It's our
one-off
there.
I
there
love
for you guys.
it.
Yeah, played gambled a little, lost heavily.
Yeah. That's how gambling
all right.
usually goes, right?
All good.
It's weird
Right.
being the house and winning, though.
Right.
And I didn't
Yeah.
even cheat. I don't know how they cheat.
Vomyra got a nice new bag.
Yes,
She
it
did.
did.
I'm pretty excited about it.
I'm gonna need you to carry some stuff for me at some point, I'm sure. No, that was fun, man. That was a pretty good salvage to the night, I think. That was good.
Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, these are sometimes fun too. Whenever not everyone can make it, but a couple people can, and they still want to. That's the main thing. Is like I don't want this to ever be a burden for anyone. So if you can and you want to, then I'm always game pretty much. That's why I keep blocked out Tuesdays there. Because I like developing the story differently as opposed to just this linear path that we always have to follow too, because it's
Oh yeah.
lead to some interesting things.
I got hit on by a Fey.
Oh come on.
Yeah. If you'd leaned into it might bit more, you might have had a boyfriend, Faye.
Maybe next time.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding.
Not that I know what Ruuvik's orientation is.
Honestly, I haven't put much thought into that either. To be perfectly honest, should probably work on that.
A grand and wonderful thank you for those who took the time and made it here, to the end of the episode, where I know sometimes we are long-winded and others we are just dead silent. I don't know what to tell you. This is raw here, folks. Please remember to like and subscribe, and you can help support us just by listening. But you can also provide even more support, if you like, by going to Anchor FM page and following the support link there. If you do so, I will personally work in an NPC or an idea, whatever you'd like to hear played out. If you want, you can get a hold of us through one of our many options, including voice messages on Anchor FM, or DM to our Twitter, or any other social media that you can find us, YouTube, etc. You can share your ideas, otherwise listen for the shout out and thank you for making it through.